Welcome to Ripley's Believe It or Not Extreme Earth. Sandrock at Coyote Butte on the border between Arizona and Utah makes stunning natural waves in stripes. The distinctive patterns were formed as light sand piled up with heavier sand and grit over millions of years, eventually become compacted into rock and eroded into smooth waves. That is cool. This is what it looks like. That's pretty cool there. Foam bath. In August 2007, bathers in the sea at Yamba, Australia, found themselves in what looked like a giant bubble bath when thick sea foam started to wash in on the beach. This rare phenomenon is not fully explained, but it is thought to be caused by elements in the sea, such as microscopic organisms, dead fish and seaweed being turned to a froth by large waves as they near the shore. The foam at Yamba was thought to extend 165 feet, 50 m, out to sea. That is pretty cool. I would love to take a foam bath there. Deer cloud. A cloud in the shape of a reindeer grazed the skies over Wellington, New Zealand. A light cirrus cloud is formed at an altitude of around 30,000 feet, 9,100 m. Explosive cloud. The center of our galaxy has a cloud 10,000 light years across made of antimatter, a material which explodes into pure energy on contact with normal matter. Mighty eruption. Lo, one of Jupiter's moons has volcanoes that erupted up to 100 another mi, 305 kilometers into the sky. Flood power. Just 6-inch, 15 centimeters of rapidly moving water is enough to knock a person down. Mudslide. I would love to go into a mudslide. They will take it and clean your skin up real good. Let's see if it cleaned their skin up. Mud avalanches can move at speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour. Nope, I think that'll peel the skin right off. 160 kilometers an hour. On November 13th, 1985, a volcano mudslide traveled 60 mi, 100 kilometers, and killed more than 23,000 people near Nevada del Rio, Colombia. I definitely don't want to have that mudslide. No. Damaged paths. Tornadoes can cause damaged paths more than a mile, 1.6 kilometers wide, about 60 miles, 96 kilometers long. Once a tornado in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, carried a motel sign 30 miles, 48 kilometers, and dropped it in Arkansas. That is a long ways. Fish fence. In September 2008, dozens of fish were found dead, stuck headfirst in a chain-link fence in West Orange, Texas, when the waters receded following a storm surge from Hurricane Ike. My goodness. Tornado terror. A huge tornado funnel cloud touched down in Orchid, Ohio in June 2008. A witness said the funnel spiraled down close to the ground before going back up into the clouds. Nearly fried. Dave Fern of Pueblo, Colorado, was frying a tortilla in his home in 2001 when lightning struck a tree in his yard and traveled down a power line to his stove, burning a hole in his frying pan. My goodness. Ripley's research. Let's see what Ripley's has researched. Swept inland as the area flooded and water levels rose, alarmingly the fish were swimming along in the swollen waters until they came to a fence, and being up to 10 inches, 25 centimeters long, were too big to get through. Many of the fish were still stuck in the 4 feet high, 1.2 meter fence 2 days later. All right, that's the research from Fish Fence. All right, narrowboat. Although the length of a lightning bolt can be as much as 5 meters, 8 kilometers or in diameter, is usually between just a half inch and 1 inch, 1.2 centimeters and 2.5 centimeters. Positive giants. Some lightning strikes hit the ground up to 25 miles, 35 kilometers away from the storm. And because they appear to strike from a clear sky, they are referred to as bolts from the blue, known as positive giants. These flashes carry several times the destructive energy of a normal lightning strike. Weather extremes. In the first half of 2007, floods, landslides, and mudslides triggered by Tourmaline rain killed 652 people in China and destroyed 452,000 homes. At the same time, nearly 1 million people in the country's Jiangxi province were suffering shortage of drinking water after a month-long drought. That is so sad. Lightning strike. A 3-year-old boy slept through a lightning strike in May 2008. That sounded like a massive explosion and blew a hole in his bedroom wall. The lightning blew all the light bulbs and electrical equipment in the house in Flint north walls, but miraculously, Ellis Roberts remained fast asleep in his room, even though it was covered in a masonry, plaster, and dust. Bell death. Jean Rugbet of Tourelle, France, rushed to the local belfry during a lightning storm in 1807 to prove that his beloved bells could drive away bad weather. The storm passed, but the bells continued to ring, and friends found his body fused by lightning to the bell ropes. That's sad. That is really sad. A cut above. Trimming the biggest hedge in Britain is a tall job, and it takes gardener Pete Pigley a week to tidy up each side. The yew hedge grows in Dorset, England, and was planted during the reign of King Edward VI in the 16th century. The work creates a huge pile of cuttings, but the cuttings don't go to waste. They are sent to France to be used in the development of anti-cancer drugs. Now that's pretty cool there. Miracle berry. Let's see how this berry is miracle. Known as the miracle berry, the berry of Cygnus plum delphacum creates a chemical reaction that raises your sense of sweetness, making lemons taste like candy, beer taste like chocolate, and hot sauce taste like donut glaze. The effect lasts for about an hour. The berry is native to West Africa, but is now being harvested in South Florida, where a single berry sells for $3. Space dust. Every day, around 40 tons of space dust enters the atmosphere and falls to the Earth's surface. That's the equivalent of the weight of 8 African elephants. In the dark. On September the 28th, 2006, street lights across Iceland were shut off to give citizens a better view of the stars, while an astronomer explained what they were seeing over the country's national radio station. Come back for some more Ripley's Believe It or Not Extreme Earth.